Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be making a tier list ranking all the Bleach characters from weakest to strongest. Spoilers for the Thousand Year Blood War, like manga, by the way. Alright, starting off, we got Ichigo. He's obviously going in Soul King tier. I mean, he was literally one-shotting Yuha at the end of the Thousand Year Blood War, so he really can't be anywhere else. Alright, Ginjo. Okay, so in Camp for Your Own World, he's stated to be at least comparable to Tokinata, who's also stated to be like about equal to like Yoruichi and Byakuya, so he should be in the Zero Squad tier. Yuha. Honestly, ridiculous. Like Ichigo is one-shotting him, right? But this man was literally coming back from the dead. Like, his hacks alone, he literally made it so Ichigo couldn't beat him on his own. Like, they had to team up, you know? Aizen. Aizen was putting up a pretty good fight against Yuha. Honestly, with the Hogyoku, he probably could beat them on a list, like if he gets like a new form or something. But just ranking this form right here, he's third so far. Okay, the Soul King. Definitely captain level. No, obviously he's in the Soul King tier. He's definitely at the top. I mean, Yuha could not absorb like all his powers. Remember all those like little black monsters like raining down from the sky? And that was just from absorbing like his weird like dismembered like body, not even like his full like power when he was like, you know, not in that weird comatose state thing. Alright, Limora. Most of you might not remember Limora. He was the third seat in the 4th division. He actually becomes Iba's lieutenant when Iba becomes a captain. But recently he's back to being in the 4th division. He's the co-third seat with Nadaro. But he was clearly a lieutenant, so he's not that strong either. They said his healing ability is like comparable to Asane, so yeah, we'll put him there. Okay, Rindo Atao. He's from the Hell Arc chapter. He like eviscerated the Hell monsters, and those Hell monsters were like injuring Renji when he was caught off guard, and like all the lieutenants were killing it. So he's lieutenant here. Yu Yayahara. Okay, this is Lisa's lieutenant. She was ripping apart those Hell monsters. Like, she ripped off its head, she ripped off its crotch. Not as impressive as him literally, like, completely eviscerating it, though. Rangiku Matsumoto. She fought the Tres Bestias. Definitely, you know, a bigger feat than fighting some random Hell monster that all the lieutenants were beating up. Alright, who we got next? Ichibei. Probably, why is he in Zero Squad tier? Put him in Royal Guard tier. Why is he there? Alright, Ichibei, Zero Squad tier. Actually, I'm just gonna stick all of Zero Squad in Zero Squad tier. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna rank them how impressive they were. Senjimaro showed off her Bankai recently, so yeah, Nimaya was one-shotting everyone. Korinji went a little nuts against Jugram, and Kiryu, yeah, she made a cage, bro. What do you want me to say? Alright, now we got Yushiro, Yorichi's brother. He was like messing up Askin low-key. Like, Askin was like, that hit almost killed me! So, if apparently he's strong enough to almost one-shot Askin, he should definitely be above Ginjo, who literally could not finish off Tokinata. You know? Tokinata comparable to Yorichi who fought Askin. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, speaking of which, Tokinata right here. Tokinata is comparable to Byakuya. Yoruichi, right? He's comparable to Yoruichi. Yushiro is not on, like, Yoruichi's level yet. Yoruichi had a better performance against Askin. Okay, Ganju. Ganryu, god. He fought Soul Society, like, Bankai Ichigo. He was from, like, the movie, right? That Soul Society Bankai Ichigo, that's, like, captain level. Yeah, he literally got, like, erased, if I remember correctly, from, like, a Getsuga. Like, okay. Koga, he was, like, fighting. He, like, pushed Arrancar Saga Byakuya and it's, like, using, like, his ultimate ability. So, should be pretty comparable. Yamamoto. He, like, eviscerated, like, Roy Lloyd. He was, like, what, 80% of base Yuha? These guys are not touching base Yuha. Definitely deserves to be here. Ichibei versus Yamamoto. I mean, Yamamoto's strong, but if Ichibei gets his ink on him, it might be over for him. So I'm gonna leave them right here, assuming that like the ink doesn't burn off or something. Genshiro Okukiba, co-lieutenant of the 1st Division, right? He he was a 3rd seat, but he promoted into a lieutenant rank. He's currently lieutenant. He's currently a 3rd seat. I think this is fair. All right. Yoruichi. All right, we spoke about her a little bit. Put her at the top of Royal Guard right now. Comparable to Tokinata, but good performance against Askin. I think that's fair. Marechio. He's like lieutenant tier. He should be like here, right? Because the only thing he did was fight Nirge. And Nirge got like taken out by Soifon just landing on him. Like he high diffed someone who got like taken out by like base Soifon accidentally, Okay. These guys taking care of the Hell monsters who injured base Renji from like the Hell arc. More impressive. Moreo Shin. He's Amaida's dad. He just stated to be better than him in his prime. Rose. Rose is that Espada tier. He was like fighting Stark. If his Bankai was messing up Masked Masculine, definitely Espada tier. He's not like Koga level, who's like comparable to Byakuya, who's messing up Yami, Mizuiro. He's human level. I don't know. Nanao. Probably at the top. Like we know for Keto's skill, she's lieutenant level. She's never been in a fight though. But I mean, they treat Nanao with way more respect than Okakiba. Like they invite her to like the ceremony, and they don't invite Okakiba. Like she's really wearing the pants here. Okay, Sojin Kuchiki. So he's Byakuya's dad. He was a lieutenant. Yeah, they said he was talented, but they also said he doesn't have a fighter spirit, and he did get killed in action, and he had health issues. But being talented is better than never being in a fight. So I guess he's here. Gillian, the Gillian Menos. They say that like a lieutenant is able to handle like a Gillian. They say like captain class. I imagine that means like vice captain as well. So we're gonna put it like at the top of seated officer, kind of like the barrier to entry into like weak lieutenant here. Jinemon. This is Sentaro's dad. He's just like a dude. He's a lieutenant. I'm gonna assume he's just regular lieutenant level, but he's not sick. So he's clearing these people. Cayenne's captain level. Y'all know this? Because Cayenne, apparently, he was 4 days away from becoming a captain. Like Ukitake was gonna retire and make him the captain, but he got killed on Menastasia. So yeah, he's captain level apparently. That's from We Do Not Always Love You, that book. Makuto. Makuto was fighting like Kira pretty well. So he's like Kira level. Kira got beaten by Rangiku. So this is pretty fair. Kokuto. Kokuto was like eating attacks from the Vasto Lorde. Like it wasn't a match for him. Yeah, okay, enough said. Hulier, he like spits out like dozens of Gillians. It's gotta be like captain level, right? I don't see anyone with like a Bankai not being able to beat him. But I also don't see like the lieutenants beating him. Like there's like one movie, I think it was Diamond Dust Rebellion, where they're like all the people with Bankai were like taking care of a bunch of Menos. So I'm pretty sure anyone who's like captain level can clear Hulier. Momo. Honestly, Momo kinda did better than Rangiku against the Tres Bestias. Like she pushed them into the Resurrection. Isane. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Isane and Marechio and Chojuro got beaten by like, they got deleted by Ichigo. But that was a form of Ichigo that proceeded to square up to like Soul Society arc Byakuya. That being said, she did survive a hit from Asasogi Jizo in that like Zanpakuto filler. And she was also able to snipe Asasogi Jizo with like a Kido, which is something Momo wasn't even able to do. But yeah, she makes that like lieutenant tier, but she's not really that impressive overall. And she's a captain now, we can put her in captain class, but just going off of what we've seen, she'd be here. Sinosuke, this is Hanatro's older brother. Literally was the lieutenant before Isane, and is apparently just more skilled than her. Like he didn't even like retire. He got promoted into running the pharmaceutical clinic for exclusive aristocratic use. Yeah, he's literally just Isane, but better. Okay, Ganju. Okay. Ganju doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, what, he beat, like, Yumichika in the Soul Society arc. Yumichika was, like, able to fight Hisagi in his, like, base form. But, I guess that Hisagi is, like, lieutenant level. I guess he's, like, lieutenant level, like, weak lieutenant. He's not taking a hit from Asasogi Jizo. I mean, if you want to go crazy, Kukaku. Yeah, Kukaku. She, like, beats up Ganju, like, in a sibling type of way, in, like, the books or whatever. Maybe you can say that. If you really want to go crazy, you could put them at, like, the top of Espada, scaling to, like Chad at the end of the 1000-Year Blood War, because they beat up those statues. But, yeah, we don't really know how strong those statues were. So, this is, like, a more reasonable spot for them. Hanataro, he's a 3rd seat right now. He's also was able to, like, mess up a Gillian, but he wasn't really able to beat it. Yeah, this is a good spot for him. Let's see here. We got Byakuya. Basically just equal to Yoruichi, but way more impressive because he, like, beat a Gerard that was, like, taking hits from, like, Bankai Kenpachi. Alright, Ginrei. Byakuya's granddad. He's like vaguely captain level. I guess he's better than Cayenne because he was actually a captain. Yeah. Love was able to fight Stark, but, you know, Rose was, like, beating up Master Masculine, who's, like, beating up Bankai Kensei. And Bankai Kensei is kind of crazy, so I think right there is fine. Iba, he's definitely, like, lieutenant level. He's probably, like, here, because he's, like, equal to, like, Shikai Ikaku, right? Like, with his Shikai. And they treat Ikaku with way more respect than Morechio. So yeah, we'll put Iba here. Iba seems fine. He's also a captain right now. Maybe he could also be captain class, but nah. He's like Shikai Ikaku level. Man squaring up to, like, 3rd seats. It's not really that impressive. Menastasia. I mean, he killed Cayenne. This guy also has, like, a stupid ability. Like, oh, if you touch me, your Zanpakuto gets deleted. And if my tentacles touch you, I take over your body. Like, okay. Like, anyone who can, like, just snipe him from a distance with, like, Kido or something, or, like, fly, they're taking care of him. But he did kill Cayenne, so I guess that's where he goes. Karin. Okay, so Karin gotta be, like, seated officer level, right? Like she was taking care of, like, small hollows with, like, her soccer ball. She's a little cracked. Jinta is kind of just better at Karin, to be honest. Jinta was, like, made to kill hollows, but we only ever see him beat up, like, wimpy little baby hollows. And when it comes to, like, big hollows, it's typically, like, team attacks that he uses to, like, take them down. So I think this is fair. Fishbone. Okay, Fishbone was, like, the first villain, right? But he's, like, a bigger one too. I don't see these two being able to beat Fishbone. Okay, then we got the Espada. All right, let's just put them in, like, order, right? Yeah. There. Stark was able to beat these guys. Baragon, Haribel. Let's skip Ulquiorra, Noitora. We don't got Grimmjow here right now. I guess we got Samari, we got Zalaporo, and we got Arenero Arueri. What a great name. Okay, so that was the Espada. Who do we got next? We got Amagai. Okay, so Amagai, he, like, fought, like, a Grimmjow fight Ichigo, right? But he was, you know, he didn't have his hollow abilities, but he still should be in, like, this 6-seat type area. Okay, Chikane Iba. It's Iba's mom. She's a lieutenant. We know she's strict. I guess that's enough to put her above Sentaru's dad. Okay, Soifan. Honestly, Soifan, I don't see her being able to beat Baragon on her own. Like, even with her, like, 1000-Year Blood War, like, perfected Shunko, like, he's just a hard counter. He slows her down. He, like, deletes her Bankai before it reaches her. She'll be putting up a good fight against him, though. Kione and Sentaro. Honestly, Sentaro above Kione, by the way, because Kione gets hit by, like, what, Soifan and gets impaled by a hell monster. Sentaro does nothing, and I guess doing nothing is good in this case. I guess, like here maybe? No, here. Okay, yeah, because the difference between these guys, this guy, there wasn't an opening for lieutenant, and they made this 3rd seat a co-lieutenant. With these two, there was an opening for lieutenant, but they made them co-3rd seats. Like, yeah, the difference is clear. Also, Kione above Limora, because she's, like, currently the lieutenant. He's currently the 3rd seat. Makes sense. Okay, Jirobo. What was he, like, a 4th seat? Yeah, like 4th seat? Yeah, like here. Mo Shishigawara. He was putting up a decent fight against, like, Shikai Ikaku. Should put him, like, there. Hakim. Okay, Hakim sucks. Weakest Fraction, by far. I'm honestly, should I put him in lieutenant level? No, I'm gonna put him in weak lieutenant. He got deleted by Rangiku Shikai. He was able to fight her before the Gentai Kaijo, right? He took like one hit from her and they were like, run! Then he got hit with the Shikai and he was just gone, dead. D-Roy, he fought Rukia, but he was able to like push like base Rukia. Base Rukia being able to like fight Cayenne, so it's fine. Ulquiorra. Okay. I'm gonna be a little controversial here. Okay, Ulquiorra, his second release is probably puts him above the rest of the Espada, right? Like they don't know about it. They're probably just ranking him off their like first release. And you know the whole thing with Aizen is setting up Ichigo to fight like stronger opponents to make him stronger, right? Plus he was like the most trusted Espada. He got sent on like the most missions. But you know Yami on the other hand is just stronger. Like he's physically stronger. Like spirits are forever with the Earthship. Like yeah, Yami's the strongest. So you know, personally I think Ulquiorra can maybe beat him because Yami's kind of like a moron and he's not that fast. But you know, I'm gonna respect Yami. Zero spot. I'll leave him up there. They said he was the strongest, so whatever. Okay, Tozen. They straight up are like he's stronger than the Espada. Okay, but hear me out. No one except like Aizen knows about Ulquiorra's second release. And for all we know, Yami's second release against like Kenpachi and Byakuya, that could have been like the first time he ever used it. So I'm putting Tozen like right here just to be safe. Okay. What was this guy's name? It was Tasu Fasu, right? He was the third seat that Chad just obliterated. Yeah, put him right there. Yuzu, probably the weakest character on this list. I'm gonna keep it real. She's like a child, like it's just like a normal child. Bulbous G, probably stronger than Fishbone, right? Like he was doing pretty well in his fight against Chad. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, we got Redder. For those who forgot, he fought Kira. So I don't know. Is Redder here? No, he did worse than this guy against Kira. So yeah, Redder's right there. Dordani. Okay, so Dordani, he's probably captain level, right? Like he was able to fight like Bankai Ichigo. He was kind of getting deleted. Yeah, he didn't need the mask to beat him, but he didn't get erased by Getsuka like Ganryu here. Hiyori. Hiyori was able to fight Haribel. So yeah, definitely right there. Grand Fisher. Okay, so this is like the Arrancar version. We know he's stronger than a Gillian because he's like an Arrancar, but he's also like an incomplete Arrancar. I don't see him getting any higher than this. Akon. Akon was like melting those hollow monsters, those like hell monster things. Should be like there. Jackie. Okay, what is Okay, yeah, Jackie. So I'm gonna be real for a second. She kinda sucks. She gets beaten by like a weak Fullbring Ichigo, right? And then when she gets like a stronger form, she gets one tapped by base Renji. Like, if I was gonna gas her up, right, I'd say that when she like self-destructed, she like kinda immobilized Renji for a little bit. I guess that puts her above like, I guess that makes her like stronger than like Shikai Ikaku, because like base Renji was like bodying the Ichigo who was like just beat Ikaku. So yeah, like right there, but only if she self-destructs. It's probably just only gonna beat them for a little while either. It didn't even take Renji out of the fight or nothing. He was just gone for a little while. Okay, Shalong. Shalong is kind of a demon. I'm gonna keep it real. So we know that there are no fractions stronger than the Espada, right? But this guy was like scrapping with Hitsugaya before Gentai Kaijo, right? So that only makes him 5 times weaker than Bankai Hisagi, which should be stronger than a Shikai. So really impressive. I'll put him here. Yeah. Plus, if you're gonna be like, oh, Fraction can't be above Privon Espada, Privon Espada will replace with stronger Espada. The Fraction just have to be weaker than the current Espada. They can be stronger than Privon. It's fine. Jijio. Okay, Jijio was scrapping with like Soifon pretty well. That's more impressive than kinda fighting with Hitsugaya, you know? We got Keigo. Okay, Mizuiro versus Keigo. Mizuiro did knock him out, like with a soccer ball. He also did better against Aizen. But you know, if we want to get crazy and like throw in the Katakura Riser filler, then with his suit he should be like hella fast. I'd give him the edge against Mizuiro. Yeah, Keigo above Mizuiro. Hella. I think that's gonna be the most controversial thing on the list. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Bulbous G. No, this is Numb Chandelier. Numb Chandelier. Yeah, maybe above Bulbous G. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can beat Bulbous G. He just has the hacks, and he's strong. Don Kanonji, top of human. He's not able to beat a hollow. The Trace Bestias, top of lieutenant, right? If I were going to rank them in order, I'd probably be like this. Mila Rose, Sun, and, God, what the hell was her name? Apache. Yeah, Mila Rose, Sun, and Apache. Because Mila Rose did the most damage, Apache took the most damage, Sun's just kind of in the middle, right? Nirge went the distance with Marecchio. They're pretty comparable. Tesla was kind of dogging on like Bankai Ichigo a bit. Granted, he was like weakened, right? Yeah, that should put him like here. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, Royd Lloyd. This guy like, what was it? He was like 80% of base Yuha. Yeah. 0 squad tier, easy. Grimjow. Okay, y'all are gonna hate me, but Camp for Your Own World, they're straight up like he can't beat Baragon. And they're like, Haribel would be able to beat him. Like, it would be like a very difficult fight. So he's like Haribel level. I'm gonna give you real. Loopy, as like a zombie. He's like basically equal with Grimjow in Camp for Your Own World. So yeah, that's fine. Yin and Yang. Okay, so they transform and they start going crazy, right? But their attacks get cut by like Shikai Ikaku. I can't put them any higher. They're like right here. They're able to scrap captains, but like their attacks are getting cut by Shikai Ikaku. Like what can you do? Okay, we got Mashiro Kuna. Mashiro is like low-key strong, alright? Y'all remember when Wonderweiss pulled up? Like he blitzed in one shot Ukitaki, who's like fighting Stark. And Mashiro was still fighting that guy. Granted, she wasn't doing any like real damage, and she kind of got deleted when her mask was gone. But still, she's like in this tier right here. Yeah. Okay, Riruka. Okay, so Riruka, like she just beat Rukia, who was like throwing hands with like Kaien, and Rukia's like a lieutenant. So yeah, top lieutenant seems fair for Riruka. Okay, this is Demora. This is the guy who like, I guess he survived hits from Chad. And he was like a 3rd seat, right? Like, yeah, he's stronger than Grand Fisher because he's like a completed Arrancar. Aslinger, he was fighting Uryu. He's just a little more impressive than Demora, to be honest. Yeah, put it right there. All right, who do we got? Hikone. Okay, so Hikone, like, they were like Kinpachi and Byakuya can beat him. They're the only people physically strong enough to beat him. Byakuya, Yoruichi, not even a consideration. Hikone's like right there, top of Royal Guard. Okay. Oh God, this name. Okomo Kidomue. I'm just gonna call him Domue. All right, Domue here. He like when he like jumped Hikone, he like was threatening his life. So they're pretty comparable. Okay, Tsukishima was pushing like a post-time skip Byakuya. It was stronger and faster. This guy was like a Arrancar saga. This was Kokuto, right? He was beating like the Vasto Lorde versus Tsukishima. Honestly, that's kind of a battle. I'm gonna give the edge to Tsukishima because Kinpachi during the time skip he was like fighting Cyan Grants, who's like comparable to the Vasto Lorde, right? And Kinpachi's stronger than that. Byakuya is comparable to Kinpachi. We'll give it to Tsukishima. We'll say that he can beat Kokuto, even though Kokuto's kind of nuts. Chad. Okay, so Fullbring Ichigo. Let's talk about Fullbring Ichigo for a second, right? He was able to scuff Fullbring Ichigo. So, and Fullbring Ichigo was kind of like Ichigo getting his powers back. But like, which powers was it? Was it his Dangai powers, since they were showing like 4th Fusion Aizen in Tsukishima's flashbacks? Unlikely. So, if we want to go with like Striped Mask Ichigo, then that should put like Chad here, because like, you gotta keep in mind, Striped Mask Ichigo was stronger than Vasto Lorde Ichigo, because Yami was like, I'm stronger than Okiura, and Ichigo with the Striped Mask was like, I believe you, I can still fight you. Plus Aizen was like, yes, this is the form I wanted you to get after fighting, Okiura. So Striped Mask Ichigo should be stronger than that. He was able to scuff Fullbring Ichigo, who should be as strong as that. Fullbring Ichigo, who's someone who can run laps around Tsukishima, but Chad is not stronger than Tsukishima. That they make that pretty clear in the arc. He literally gets taken over by him. Okay, Lolly. She was getting dogged on by Yami. She was getting dogged on by Yami, but she survived. She's still alive. Plus her poison's kind of strong. More impressive than these guys taking hits from like Chad and Uryu at like the start of the Arrancar arc. Definitely not reaching that lieutenant tier. I think right here is fine. Mentally, you know, she can take hits from Lolly. She's fine. What's this guy's name? Is it Ebern? Yeah, it's Ebern. Okay, so this guy was the Arrancar who got Quincy powers and started fighting Ichigo, right? He took a Getsuga from like full bring Shikai Ichigo. Dordani is not taking that. Dordani's not taking that. And you can be like, oh, Arrancar weaker than... He's just a Numeros. He should be weaker than these guys. But he got Quincy powers, boosting him up. Yeah, he's right there. Okay, Guanel Lee. Okay, so he's like a Sternritter. He was created by Gremmy, right? But if we want to assume he's as strong as a Sternritter, he should be above Ebern, who's just like a soldier. He's just like a regular soldier. So Guanel Lee at the top of captain level. That makes sense. Askin. Okay. Yoruichi did not beat Askin. So Askin should be like right here. These guys were fighting like Kenpachi, who's kind of just insane. Like, but, you know, whatever. Askin's like right here. Elisa was throwing hands with Firebell. A little more impressive than Hiyori. Yeah, Lisa is stronger than Hiyori because they're pretty comparable, but like Lisa's a captain. I'll use that to like edge her out, you know. Plus she didn't get cut in half. Okay, Ilford Cyan Grants, right? He was able to scrap with Bankai Renji. He was able to scrap with Bankai Renji before he did the Gentai Kaijo. So that should put him in like captain level. Yeah, definitely like captain level. Is he going here? Probably not. Yeah, probably like right there because he's more comparable to like Shikai Ichigo than Bankai Ichigo, right? Actually, not even that. Acid Wire. Acid Wire gave Ichigo a pretty good fight back in the day. Should be above these guys. Okay, Yachiru beat Guanel Lee. Like no cap. And in case you think it's like weird that like Yachiro's like captain level, I mean she's literally a part of Kenpachi's Zanpakuto spirit, so it makes sense. This is Lloyd, the one who became Kenpachi. Literally just like Kenpachi. He's literally just 1,000-year blood war Kenpachi. Shinji was like able to cut Aizen, right? And honestly with Shikai's like really cracked. I don't see like Kenpachi or Byakuya from like early 1,000-year blood war being able to compete with that. Yeah. Okay, what was this guy's name? Like Kenzaki? Was it Kenzaki? Yeah, Kenzaki. This dude with the stupid flower ability. Honestly, like I know he's supposed to be strong, but like he surrendered at the sight of that assassin dude. I honestly don't see him beating a hollow, but I know he's strong, so I'll put him in seated officer level. I'll put him like right there. He sucks. Where's the feats? Trash, honestly. Okay, Uru, like, god damn, like Ilford Grants had to go into like his resurrection to fight her. Like Uru is kind of insane. Pesce and Dandachaka. Okay, so Pesce and Dandachaka, when working together, they were kind of threatening Salapoto. So like right there. Picaro was the Privana Espada, I believe 102. They straight up just annihilated Pesce and Dandachaka. Like it wasn't a close fight. In Spirits Are Forever With You. Edrad, he was able to he was the one that went the distance with like Bankai Ikaku, right? So Bankai Ikaku probably above Ilford Grants, cause like it was like a toss up between Bankai Renji and them. He was able to push Bankai Ikaku. The two should be relative. I'd give it to Edrad, right? Like they had they were calling like funeral services for Ikaku. They were not doing that for Renji, you know. I'll give it to him. Okay, Bankai Ikaku, easy, right above Edrad. Shaz Domino, he was like he's the Sigma, you know, he's a full-blown Sternritter, probably above Guanel Lee. Yeah, we'll give him the street cred. Plus, with his regeneration, he's definitely surviving a fight with Ichiro. Kira deleted Shaz Domino, literally with his ability. Okay, first off, Kira straight up called captain level when he comes back, right? And with his ability, he sent Shaz Domino into the mantle. He's like, I wonder if Soul Society has mantle. I guess we're about to find out. And just sends him plummeting. It was not a fair fight. Kiro's a demon. Okay. Pow. Pow was like the strongest fraction. He literally pushed Komamura to use his Bankai. Like, damn. Okay, the King of New York. It's Cone. Okay, Cone with his like body, like in Ichigo's body, right? He should be able to like maybe be like Bulbish G. Yeah, I think Bulbish G is fair. Actually, maybe Acid Wire. Honestly, if we remember his Katakura Riser suit, he could definitely beat these guys. Yeah. Typically, I'd say like around Bulbish G level, but with the Katakura Riser suit, probably Fishbone. Yeah, he'd probably beat these guys. Okay, this guy was the Question. Y'all remember the Question? He was I think it was a girl. She was the Sternritter, who yeah, she was a Sternritter. Probably stronger than Shaz Domino. Kiro's just way too impressive. He's definitely taking care of them. Right? Like he's hella fast. He like speed blitzed the lieutenants in the Hell Arc. Like, yeah. It's fine. Bombietta. She beat Shinji. Granted, she was just spazzing out and shooting everything, but hey, if it works, you know? Okay. Runuganga. The sand monster that they fought when they entered Hueco Mundo. He was taking attacks from like Shikai Ichigo, right? Yeah, Shikai Ichigo. Yeah, it should be like right there. Like Shikai Ichigo squaring up with Bankai Byakuya briefly from like the Soul Society arc. Bankai Renji was getting deleted by that. So yeah, that's a fair placement. Gansenbane. Okay, this was the Prevon Espada that Chad fought, right? Chad is kinda comparable to Renji's Bankai a little, because he was able to like train with him. And of course Chad got stronger. Still, Bankai Renji is more impressive, so I'll put Gansenbane right there, right? Saruchi just stronger than Gansenbane, just straight up. Shrieker. Shrieker's pretty strong. I'd say Shrieker's like around here, based on his fight with Ichigo. If we want to go crazy, right? If we want to go crazy, in that Hell Arc filler, he did beat Rukia, so we could put it right there. I think that'd be funny. All right, Jirobo, he's like 3rd seat level. He was able to like fight off Ichigo, more impressive than this guy at least. Zenosuke, he claims to be like an elite Soul Reaper dude. Do we believe him? I guess he can beat like Fishbone and stuff. Actually, probably more impressive than this guy, right? They did leave him to like protect the whole area on his own. We'll give him the credit. Okay, this was Kijango. This was Kenpachi. This was the Kenpachi that Kenpachi beat to become Kenpachi. He's easily captain level. Scaling this guy is a little weird though, because there was a dude, Maki Ichinose. He was a subordinate of Kijango, and that guy was able to fight Shikai Ichigo, right? The same Shikai Ichigo who was clashing with Byakuya. So Shikai Kijango should be like stronger than that. But if you want to say it's like inconsistent because like Shikai Ichigo had already beaten like the Kenpachi who beat him, keep in mind that he was like Ichigo was being base boosted by Zangetsu during that fight, so it still works. Alright, BG9. Honestly, I do think Soifan can beat him, you know? Like, with Shunko and her Bankai, she's not gonna have, like, it's gonna be like a high div fight. It's gonna be fine. Okay, this is Kakapuro, right? This is Yami's dog. I mean, he can fire a Sero. I do not see Zenosuke dealing with that. Like, this dog's gonna fire a Sero, and Zenosuke is just gonna die. I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. Lillianette. Weaker than a Gillian, just straight up. Can she beat a dog? I hope so. I'm gonna put him right. I'm gonna put her right there. Okay, Neliel, stronger than Noitoda. Yeah, stronger than Noitoda. Okay, Cyan Grants, as strong as the Vasto Lorde. Yeah, it should be like right there, because these guys were like Koga was stronger than was as strong as Byaku was fighting Yami. But Cyan Grant's as strong as the Vasto Lorde, who's like way stronger than Yami, like just straight up. So yeah. Okay, was it Senna? Yeah, Senna. Okay, Senna was clashing with like Ichigo Shikai, but she's like definitely not as strong as him. Still more impressive than like Ikaku, I guess. Yeah, like right there. That seems fair. Yeah. Okay. Hisagi. Hisagi's kind of crazy. Hisagi's crazy, alright? We're not even gonna talk about his Bankai, which literally just lets him, like, stalemate, like, everyone. Except for, like maybe, like, Ichibei, who can, like, erase his ability. And, like, these guys, he'll just overcome it, right? But Hisagi, you know, he's got the regen, too. He killed Tozen, like, with a sneak attack. He also cut off Tokinada's arm due to, like, his skill in battle and, like, sort of catching him off guard. Hisagi is kind of crazy. Yeah, plus he's clearly captain level from his fight with the dude with the mask, right? Who's just like, oh, I'm as strong as a captain. And then Hisagi was like, deleted him. So yeah, Hisagi right there. Shuhei is taking it. Driscoll. Okay, Driscoll's about to kill Hisagi until Yamamoto showed up. Okay, Candace. Okay, Candace was doing better than Nanana Najapone against Byakuya. And that guy was like beating up Rose. So Candace should be like right here. Actually, where is Nanana? Nah, where's he at? Where are you? Yeah, right here. This guy. Nanana Najapone. Bruh. He was messing up Rose. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, they got into a scuffle, right? And then when we see them leaving, Rose has a bunch of bandages, and this guy's just fine. He's just fine. He's chilling. Yeah, right there. But like I said, Candace did outperform him against Byakuya. That's fair. Okay, we got Wonder Weiss. Wonder Weiss is Loki crazy. I mean, Yamamoto beat him with like his bare hands, right? I think it's fair to say that he's not as strong as the Vasto Lorde, because, you know, in the Hell movie, Yamamoto's like, the chains of hell broken? Impossible. So I'm assuming he's not gonna be breaking the chains of hell with his bare hands then. But he was beating Wonder Weiss, and Wonder Weiss was crazy. Like I said, remember, in his base form, he was like scrapping. He just blitzed and one-shotted Ukitake. He was beating up like Stark, right? He was fighting Stark. So, yeah, Wonder Weiss is crazy. As a Shiro, I mean, Cyan Grants considered him to be weak, but he was able to fight Kenpachi. So probably like there. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's fine. Plus, like, they would call in like Squad Zero to deal with him if they couldn't get him under control. Like, Azashiro is kind of a menace, right? Kagarosa, he was able to fight Shikai Yamamoto by like reflecting his attacks back at him. They were not calling in Squad Zero for him though, so I guess Azashiro is just better. Kuruyashiki. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. He was Kenpachi, right? He was another Kenpachi. He was able to like he got beaten by Azashiro, but Azashiro was like, if he used his Bankai, it would have been like a toss up. But this guy's like a strange name. It's like Oko Yushima. It's literally just a fusion between Kagarosa and Nozomi, right? He's literally just Kagarosa but stronger. Yeah. All right. This guy's the Roar. I think it's like his name is like Jerome or something. Okay, I'm gonna go a little crazy here. Okay, he yelled and damaged Kenpachi's eardrums, right? That is more than Yami did. Yeah, okay, that's where I put him. Yeah. Okay, Findor, he's captain level. He was able to fight Hisagi. He's like vaguely captain level. I guess better than Ginrei, because he actually has feats, I guess. Kanin's like stronger than these guys for karate. Probably not beating Dankanoju with like his powers. If we wanted to go absolutely nutty and also give her Katakura Riser suit, she was like mopping like entire piles of hollows, right? She's definitely stronger than Zenosuke. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Roka, Spirits Are Forever With You kind of goes insane. She literally uses like an incomplete form of the Mugetsu and just critically wounds Cyan Grants, who's as strong as the Vasto Lorde. Roka is insane. Okay, most underappreciated Suchstaffel member. Honestly, with his curving ability, Bombietta's not landing a hit on him. Yeah, Rienzo's like a hard counter to Bombietta, so definitely like right there. I think that's fair for him. Renji. Okay, so Renji. Okay, let's get into Renji scaling. This guy was curving attacks from Renji. Renji was tanking attacks from Renji. Should be enough to put him above there, right? But more, to the point, he was able to fight Basby. He was able to fight like Shikai Rukia, and so he should be about as strong as Shikai Rukia. He was able to fight Asnot, strong as Byakuya at the time, stronger than Byakuya at the time. So yeah, this is a good placement for Renji. High captain, he earned it. This is Nozomi, right? I think she was able to fight, what was it, Shikai? No, it was Bankai Ichigo, right? She was able to fight Bankai Ichigo, and it was the last version of Bankai Ichigo we saw at the time was the one who fought Okiura, so probably around like here for Nozomi. Okay, Shurin. Shurin pushed Bankai Ichigo into using his striped mask, but then she was like eviscerated, so probably below Hiyori, right? Like above Nozomi, just better than Nozomi, like better Bankai Ichigo fight. Yeah. Basby, we just talked about him. He was able to fight Bankai Renji and Shikai Rukia at the same time. The fight didn't look crazy serious, but it's the clear scaling we've got for him. So, yeah. Plus, Shinji like ran away from Basby, like he used his ability to like escape. So, he tracks. Kensei was fighting. He pushed Wonder Weiss into using his Resurrection. The same Wonder Weiss who was beating up Ukitake, like blitzed and one-shot him. Rose definitely outperformed him in the Mask of Masculine fight. Literally fought the form of Master Masculine that beat him up in his Bankai. So, Rose above him, I think that's fair. It's a good placement for him. It's good. Keep in mind, this is for Resurrection, Wonder-Wise. This is stronger than base for Resurrection. Base, yeah. It makes sense. Okay, Asnot. Byakuya thought he could use his Shikai to beat him, right? Like, his Shikai was stronger than his old Bankai. But he did push Rukia to use his Bankai. Basby was fighting Shikai Rukia. The scaling's just direct there. Okay. Homura and Shizuki, I think it was? Yeah. Homura and Shizuku. I'm just going to scale them like Dark Rukia, because let's be honest, Dark Rukia is the only part of this that's even like relevant. He was able to fight Bankai Ichigo, the same one that was like fighting Grimmjow. So, probably around... Probably weaker than Amagai, to be honest. Amagai had a better fight. Yeah, I'd probably like right there. Okay, Rukia. Rukia for Bankai. Just deleted Asnot. He had no answer for that, honestly. Okay. Hachi. Okay. Hachi better than Love, like easy, right? Yeah. Is that fair for him? Yeah, I think so, because Love was scared of the Hollow Ichigo from like the training grounds. Hachi was able to like apprehend that version of him. Plus, he like immediately took care of like Baragon. So, yeah, this is a good placement for Hachi. Tessai. Now this guy, he should be cracked, right? Like he should be comparable to like Yoruichi and like Urahara, but what does he do? We know he's weaker than Lieutenant Aizen, and we know he's stronger than Hachi. That's really all we can say about him. So unfortunately, I think above Hachi is just the most reasonable estimate we can make without just blatantly just gassing him up for no reason, right? Chizuru. Okay, like probably stronger than the regular humans. Karin does have to use like her karate to like take her out when she's going crazy. But alright, I swear this is the last time. But if we give her the Katakura Riser suit, she did like it gave her the power to like sexually harass that like Arrancar lady. And that was like a complete Arrancar. So Chizuru above Grand Fisher. Yes, that's a thing. Alright, Yumi Chika. One of the craziest abilities I've ever seen. He beat Hisagi, just straight up. I honestly see him beating Driscoll too. Driscoll is not going to have an answer for that ability. The higher tiers might not, honestly, but the higher tiers just outscale him, just blatantly. So, I think that's a good placement for him. This is the dude who's fighting the Menos in the forest in Wako Mundo. What was his name? It was Ashido Kano. He was fighting Ajukas that Shikai Ichigo was fighting, right? So, he should be like comparable to Shikai Ichigo. He was doing better than the Sand Monster at least. Yeah, and this guy was fighting a guy stronger than Shikai Ichigo. Yeah, this is a good placement for him. Kano goes right there. Kusaka. Okay, Kusaka from the Diamond Dusk Rebellion. Masked Ichigo was needed to beat him. Definitely should put him above Amagai. Right here. Yeah, Kusaka above Amagai. Because, he was fighting an Ichigo who didn't have his Shinigami powers, I believe it was. So he was only fighting the Hollow powers. He fought both. Makes sense. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Unohana. Okay, so she's going into those Royal Guard tiers. Yeah, right there. Okay, she was strong enough to kill Kenpachi like thousands of times over, right? Until he finally became strong enough to kill her, right? But she started with Kenpachi, who was already stronger than the Vastalorde, but she should be below the others since they scale more to Bankai Kenpachi than base Kenpachi that Unohana got killed by. So yeah, Unohana's like right there, bottom of Royal Guard. Okay, White. Okay, let's talk about Isshin here. He's strong enough to fight Aizen, right? But let's be honest, his best feat is flicking him through a building, which is an attack which did like no real damage. We also know Striped Master Ichigo was able to sense Aizen when Isshin couldn't. So Striped Master Ichigo is probably stronger than Isshin, especially since, Striped Master Ichigo was kind of laying into Aizen a bit. That being said, when Isshin used the abilities of his Shikai, he should be stronger than the flicking Aizen thing. So where does that leave him? Probably right there. Because let's be honest, weaker than Striped Master Ichigo, stronger than Vastalorde Kenpachi, thousands of times stronger than that. Like, yeah, it's just, yeah. Sorry. Masaki, she was able to like one-shot White, but he did have to stay still, and then one bite from him and she was like literally dying. Ryukin thought he could beat White. Shout out Ryukin only having the White fight and then beating up like weak as hell Uryu, Isshin. God, I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this, but what does he do? Yeah, yeah, I'll give him the credit with his he can beat White with his Bankai, but White is stage stronger than Shikai Isshin. That's more or less all we've seen from him, so I'll put him like right there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, Gin. Gin bullied Striped Master Ichigo, but is the gap between Gin and Ichigo as big as the gap between Kenpachi and Unohana? I don't know. It's debatable. Unohana does have her healing, so maybe she's stronger. Like, maybe she can survive him. But, she did die from, like, a regular, she got impaled by a sword and died. He has the ability with his poison to, like, basically turn her chest into a window, bro. Like, yeah, if they're comparable and his, like, poison can do that, I'm gonna give it to Gin. Chojuro. Okay, Chojuro, if his Bankai is, like, captain level. They said he could beat up Driscoll. He also like scarred Yamamoto. I don't think Yumichika's comparable to like scarring Yamamoto level feats, So I'll put him at the top of captain level, but only with his Bankai. Okay, let's talk about the Bambis. Okay, so Kubo said the overall ranking in regards to blue proficiency is Lil Toto, Giselle, Meninaz, Bambietta, and then Candace, with the Bambietta in question being Zombie Bambietta. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that blue proficiency includes their Shrift. So this is more or less like a general ranking. It also tracks because like Meninaz was able to like injure Lil Toto, right? But she lost the fight. So I'm just going to put them like in that order, like above Candace. Where the hell is Candace? Right here. Yeah, I'm going to put them in that order above Candace. Lil Toto. Okay, Giriko. In Camp for Your Own World, he fought Meninaz, kind of outperforming her a little bit. Very comparable though. Charlotte as like a zombie, he just manhandled like Zombie Bambietta, who's apparently stronger than Candace, right? Yukio. Well, Charlotte got dealt with by like base Hitsugaya. Hitsugaya used his Shikai against him, so I guess that's that. King Du. He was kind of handling Shikai Hitsugaya. Literally needed his Bankai to beat him. So yeah, right there. Pepe. Okay, he said he could take over Giselle's zombies and he literally got killed by Lil Toto. Right there's a good placement for him. Rudaban, he was beating Zombie Bombietta, right? Zombie Bombietta, probably like right there. Yeah, that's fair. Kyuuge Ope, alright. So Fullbring Ichigo is as strong as Striped Mask Ichigo, right? And Fullbring Shikai Ichigo's casual swings were compared to Getsuga Tensho's, right? Kyuuge, when he was fused with Ion, he pushed Ichigo to use his Bankai. And with his Blute Vein activated, Ichigo couldn't even harm him. And when he had the jail active, right? Ichigo was just trapped. I don't see Gin, breaking out of his jail. And honestly, as long as he doesn't get hit with the poison, he's probably fine. And he's definitely fast and strong enough to take care of that. I think Fullbring Bankai Ichigo is definitely stronger than Gin, so yeah. And it makes sense with him being comparable to Ginjo over here, because the two both fought, that version of Ichigo. So Ion was he did better than Fullbring Shikai Ichigo, to be honest. So I think that's fair. Ion's just a demon of a monster, I swear to God. Okay, Komamura. He was strong enough to kill Bombietta in 2 swings. And he's also literally immortal. Gin and Unohana are probably strong and fast enough to avoid him. To run out his clock. Assuming it's on a timer. If it's not, then Komamura should be kinda higher on this list, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's fair. Rubber Akutron. He pushed Byakuya to use his Bankai. Yeah. High Captain. Yeah. Above Rukia. Rukia is more comparable to Post Rail Guard Byakuya's Shikai. This guy pushing to use his Bankai. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go a little nuts here. I'm gonna go a little crazy. Okay, so she was blocking attacks from Yuha. Nothing Yama's doing is gonna break through her shield. Maybe the heat, but that's it, and that's debatable, right? And typically that's not enough to put her up here, right? I wouldn't put Nanao above Hashwolf because she was able to block him, but she has a little known ability, Shitai Koshun. Remember that? It counterattacks with the same force. She could literally just sit there, and Yama can just basically fight himself until he runs out of energy. So that's an actual win con. Ichibei will definitely just delete her power though. So okay, Gremmy. Strongest Sternritter pre-Ashwaylan buff. He's definitely taking care of these guys with his imagination. That meteor, gonna go crazy. Yeah, Ginjo's more comparable to Tokinata. Makes sense. All right. Gremmy can honestly go higher, but his imagination was just lacking. Yeah, he was just caught lacking. Or comparable to Tokinata, literally stated to be as strong as Aizen in skill, but not as strong. Also, Ginjo could not touch her, so that's a good placement for her, especially since he almost killed Askin, and she failed to kill Tokinata. Tokinata straight up was beating her, so that's fair. Okay, Mask the Masculine. You push Renji to use his Bankai. His Shikai was already stronger than Rose. No, Stark was able to fight Love and Rose and Shunsui and the other guy Ukitaki at the same time, but this guy was pushed Renji into a Bankai, which is 10 times stronger. So yeah, I'll give it to Master Masculine. I think it's very comparable. Yeah, okay. Uryu with the Antithesis can straight up beat anyone he can take a hit from. Yeah, I think right there. One hit almost killed Askin. I don't see Uryu doing that, Uryu's not taking that hit. Mayuri. Okay, so Mayuri with his Shikai just paralyzed what was it? Kenpachi? The same Kenpachi who took out Unohana. Gremmy is probably stronger than him though. Yeah, I think that's fair. This is fair. Can he fight these guys? Yeah. Yeah, Mayuri's stronger than these guys, because, like, that version of Ichigo was supposedly going to be a rival to, like, Kenpachi, so, yeah, him being here is fair. He pushed him to use his Shikai. Grammy should be above. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's great. She's a demon. She's literally just a monster. Literally just blowing apart Pernida. Like, on God. She's stronger than her captain. It's not even fair. Her versus, like, Unohana, in those 6 minutes, she's a god. Oh no. Okay, Bankai Kenpachi, he's just, okay, literally just deleted Okidomiya with one string of his Shikai. These guys were more comparable to, like, base Kenpachi. Keep in mind, base Kenpachi was tripping Gerard, who was stronger than the Bankai Kenpachi. Did he get stronger? I don't know. All I know is that he's stronger than Hakone, and Hakone is stronger than these guys, so yeah, it tracks. Okay, Shunsui. Shunsui is definitely, like, weaker than Unohana, right? But with his Bankai, honestly, he should be able to just survive long enough to hit the 4th stage and blow up all these people's heads. Like, that's probably what's gonna happen. Like, Shunsui is kind of a demon with his Bankai. His Bankai is kind of crazy, kind of nuts. Pernida, like, Nemu straight up needed to die in order to beat Pernida. Is the hand stronger than him? Yeah, I'll give it to Grammy. Grammy can probably beat Pernida. Throw him in space, what the hell is he gonna do? You know? He's the only reason he's not going higher is because he capped at, like, Shikai Kenpachi. Alright, Ukitake. Apparently he's equal to Shunsui, I guess. They know about his Bankai, and they're like, yeah, they're still equals. Kind of stupid, but whatever. Really Barrow. Okay, so he was getting boxed up by Shunsui, but Shunsui, if he didn't have that paddle, he was gonna die. So, like, in a 1v1, bet on Lily Barrow. Urahara. Okay, so Urahara, his ability is kind of crazy. The dismantle, honestly, it's debatable between him and Shunsui, right? Like, Shunsui will definitely kill him if he hits the 4th stage, but will he get there? I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's got crazy range, he's gonna dismantle him because he, like, opened the barrier, but, like, Askin was able to, like, back up a certain distance, and he was like, oh, yeah, there's a range. So I don't think the dismantle goes that far. And to be honest, if he's not dismantling him, I think Shunsui is going to survive long enough to hit the 4th stage. I guess I should put him, like, here, right? I just don't have the heart to put Kisuke below Ukitake. Like, have some feats, bro, okay? I think they're comparable enough to put Kisuke here. Okay, Gerard. Easy. He's just bodying, like, everyone, right? He's bodying, like, everyone on this list, like, at the same time. It's kind of crazy. Hashwolf, he's just strated to be, like, the mightiest Sternritter, which includes Lily Barrow. Gerard is stated to be the strongest, right? After Hashwolf was, so I guess his statement's better. Hashwolf? Honestly, I'm putting my money on Hashwolf beating her during Tour 3. Yeah, I might just drop these guys down here, because I have no faith in their ability to beat Hashwolf. I don't think the others gonna beat him, because they would have to reveal, like, their, like, Vol standings and, like, abilities and stuff. So yeah, I'm placing my money on Hashwolf. You have 5 people in Zero Squad, and only one of them is from Zero Squad. This is the real Zero Squad right here. Orihime, Roydloid, Gerard, Yamamoto, and Ichibe. Hell yeah. Alright, final person on this list. Toshiro. Adult Toshiro. What, 4 seconds, and he'll, like, freeze you. If you touch him, you're getting frozen. Honestly, he might just negate the abilities. He has, like, power negation, right? Gerard was able to break out of it because he was, like, the heart of the Soul Gang or whatever. So as long as you don't have, like, that type of resistance to his ability, he's kind of clearing. I don't think any of these people are beating him in 4 seconds, especially if they touch him and freeze, and he has power negation. So Topple Royal Guard is pretty good for him. Gerard broke out blatantly, so yeah. All right, I think this is the list. So this is the final list. Let me just zoom out a bit. We got, that's the top of it, and that's the bottom. There we go. This was a hell of a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, whoever made this list, I hate you. Why would you put people like Sentaro's dad on here? Like, legitimately. It's a very comprehensive list, though. I do appreciate that I was able to find this, though. Yeah, this was a hell hell of an effort. But I did it, and thank you guys for being with me while I watching me do this. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.